everyone, it's Bree and welcome back to my channel. So before we begin, you know it's coming. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. Please like, share, and comment on this video because today we are talking about the silent struggle. And the silent struggle in this video is basically talking about when people are struggling with situations silently. They don't speak about it, they don't want to be a burden on others, so they keep it to themselves. So, let's get started. For the most part, this video is basically a conversation about how we can help those who are silently struggling. And this can be a difficult task because it could sometimes be difficult to identify these individuals. Why is that? Kind of because some of the people who you see with the biggest smiles on their faces could very well be the people who are struggling the most. We often hide our emotions and keep everything bottled up inside because either we don't want others to think that we're weak by expressing our emotions, or because we do not want to be a burden on other people by, dumping our stuff on them, when in our minds we know that everybody is dealing with their own individual struggles or situations. So what can we do to help someone who feels that way or help someone who is silently struggling? One, we can just be there. Be there. Sometimes our presence can help someone. Two, smile. Please do not underestimate the power of a smile. A smile is contagious. So we should be open to the idea of showing love to those who either we think may be dealing with something or to someone who has come to you and expressed that they are silently struggling. And this is something that I like to do because one thing, and I know many of us have probably heard, that you never know what someone is dealing with. You never know what just happened before they saw you. So a lot of things that I like to do, one thing that I like to do is, like when I'm walking past someone, I make an effort to, saying, how are you doing? Or hello, just saying hello and giving them a smile. But there's a quote that I have here for you. And it says, a smile is a flower of a loving and caring heart. Smile with love. And that quote is by Debaziah Mirda, I think, but I'm probably sure I pronounced that incorrectly, so I apologize to that author, because there's no second guessing that I pronounced that wrong. But again, the quote says, a smile is a flower of a loving and caring heart. Smile with love. In other words, no fake smiles. Make sure that your smiles are genuine. And this, I know a lot of people are like, well, these are perfect strangers. I'm not just, gonna smile in everybody's faces. Well, think about those that are in your circle that may be struggling. Make sure that you're giving off the vibe that you're there, that you care, that you have this warm and open spirit, that they are, that they can come to you and they can talk to you. It's all about that genuine caring spirit. So going back to what I said about when I approach people when I'm walking through them, about just giving them a smile and saying good morning or such and such. Again, you may not know how much your words mean to that person, because again, they could have woke up this morning and received bad news or had a bad week, and just by you smiling at them and saying good morning to them could brighten up their day. Also, with the words that you say to them, you never know how long those words stick with a person. You could have said something to them that morning, and by the end of the day, you have completely forgotten that you even said something to them. But maybe because of what they were dealing with, your words stuck with them and may continue to stick with them, either for the rest of their lives or, later down the road. So keep that in mind as well. And as an example to that, I think about my 7-year-old niece who, when you tell her something, a month could have passed and she will remember everything that you told her. she'd be like, you remember you said you was gonna get me this and we was gonna go do this? And I'm looking at her like, you remember that? So again, you never know how long something sticks with a person. When you say something that's, I cannot speak. When you say something to them, when you give them a genuine hug, or even that nice pretty smile that you put on your face that they pick up. Because again, a smile is contagious. There's something about a smile that when one person smiles, another person picks it up. And there was actually a quote that I seen, but I can't quite quote it exactly the way they said it. I don't remember the exact words. But it was basically surrounding the idea that I smiled at you and then you smiled. And then the person was complimenting that smile. They were saying, I like that smile that I gave you. Does that make sense? It was cute. I thought it was cute and I was wanting to use it, but for some reason I can't remember exactly how it was said. So, hope you liked it. So again, a smile, a hug, a compliment, some kind of nice gesture could help someone who is silently struggling. And I know, as I said before, it could be difficult to identify those, but for a lot of people, your inner circle, your friends, your family, even down to your co-workers, it's sometimes easy to identify when one of those individuals are dealing with something. They may try their hardest to cover up with a painted smile, but for you, because you know them, that you could tell when something is going on. And in that case, just these gestures that I mentioned could make a difference, could have an impact on them. And here's my message to those who may be silently struggling. If you can identify that one person, or it could be many people, who you identify as someone who is caring, someone that you can trust, I suggest that this is just what I would do in my suggestion, because I cannot tell you exactly what to do. But if you feel that comfort in this one person, maybe by just being in their presence, or they know exactly what to say, in the moment, or maybe this is someone who just makes you laugh, maybe they sing a song that lifts your spirit, I encourage you to seek that person. Seek that person for that support, for that love, for that caring spirit. Because again, you do not underestimate the power in that caring individual and that love and that support. And then too, some people just have that spirit, that vibe, that you can just be in their presence and they just lift your spirits. So if you have someone like that you identify with as someone that you that can encourage you and build you up, again, I suggest that you seek that person. Also, if you seem to not be able to identify that person and you think that you need more than that, I do encourage counseling. I am a strong believer in counseling. And then if that's something that you do not want to do as well, I am also available for you to talk to, not in the counseling sense, because I am not a counselor. Disclosure, I am not a counselor in that sense, but just someone that if you would like someone to be there for you, as far as listening, I am definitely someone that will listen. And then if there's any need for me to help you find any other assistance, any help, I would be willing to do so as well. And you can reach me through my social media. You can message me here on YouTube, or you can email me. So in closing, I would like to encourage every individual who is watching this, and then when you share it, I encourage those people to share it and do this as well. I encourage you all to shed your light on the world, shed your light on your co-workers, on your family, your friends. Shed that light, be that caring individual, that bright light in the middle of all this chaos and everything that's going on in the world. So yes, shed your light. And before I go, I would like to share just a little bit about me, because I too have dealt with the whole silent struggling thing. There was a point where I felt like I could handle it all. I was like, you're tough, you got this. You've been through this, you've been through that, and you made it through, you got this. Didn't tell anyone what was going on. I just kept it all to myself, but in reality, that was a whole bunch of weight that was just sitting everywhere. You know how they say there's all the weight on the shoulder? It was on my shoulder, it was on my back, it was on my head, it was it was just too much. And by actually verbally speaking it, that catharsis that I had, that expression of that emotion was very powerful, and it just felt like bit by bit, this one was coming up, this one came up, that pressure on the head was coming up. So again, I really, really, really encourage that getting to that moment of catharsis, expressing the emotion, if that's by talking to someone in your family, someone in your friend circle, even if it's for those of us who are religious, talking to pastor, the priest, anyone, because you are not alone. Like I said, I shared my story. I've been through that stuff. Even today, I'm like trying to make sure that I'm not doing that same thing again to myself, because there's just a lot that has happened in the past couple months. But with everything, I'm trying not to let that all build up on me, because mental health is important. I probably will say that in every video from now. Mental health is very important, being mentally healthy. So yes, you are not alone. So if you have that person, seek that person. Don't be afraid to seek a professional. That's what they're there for, to help you. So that's all I have for you all. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, even if you didn't, please like, share, and comment on this video. I would love to know what you all think on this topic of the silent struggle. See you next time.